The Sachin Tendulkar dinner, and I saw it there. Very good. Very, very good, yes.
You could take us to one of these events, this year. This year
You guys? Yeah.
Take us to one of these
Yeah, I will have it. This was a dinner for a very close audience, and I had only gone to interview Sachin, but at that dinner, Veer was performing.
Indeed.
And fantastic.
And so we are live.
This was, we know we are live, relax.
Yep.
This was done, this was...
2017?
No, this is after his 100th 100.
2012.
12, so few months after
that was 200, sorry.
Yeah.
200 was...
Yeah, 10.
Sorry.
Which was his 46th 100, by the way, which Virat Kohli has no equal, so...
Yeah, it was around 12 maybe. Yeah, somewhere.
When
12.
he hit that in June 2012.
Okay, yeah.
What was it before?
See, the gap between his 99th and his 100th 100 was 369 days. So we cannot forget that day because we had all things planned, special coverage, special sites, everything was planned. Moment he gets that 100, press that live button and it's all there. But it took us 369 days.
Wow.
To put it all out.
Yeah.
So I was there on 2 occasions where he almost got it, and we were like all ready. So so firstly at Oval.
Oval 91.
Yeah, he was in the 90s, and I was at the Oval ground, the Test match, final Test it was. So I mean, not a great series to remember, but he was just about to get, and you know how news was like. OB unit was on live, 3G was on. I went out to do the live, that 100 is coming, and then came the noise from inside the stadium that he's out. So he was out then, and the second one was that West Indies game, Wankhede, where he was not out on 80 something,
went to reach 94.
So I was in Delhi, so he was not out. The day's play ended, he was 80, so like office said, got to be there when it happens. So my ticket was done. I got an early morning flight, and I took off. The game hadn't started. And by the time I landed 2 hours later, the match had started. And the first call I got from office was,
come back.
No, not come back. So would you come back? So I said, he's out. No, I said, I came here just to do all the programming we had planned. I've come to do. So nothing. Now I was booked for that one night. My next thing was so one day chill. So I just chilled in Mumbai one day, went to my favorite restaurants, ate, met a few relatives, came back next day. Twice almost there.
But it happened when then? I mean, after
it happened
this visit?
Then it happened, I wasn't there when it actually happened. Asia Cup in Bangladesh. And India lost that match.
Yes.
India lost it, but Sachin made
Sachin got his
114 or 147 balls.
My God. You're so good with numbers.
I had to because it was a very, very traumatic period. Because all the responsibilities of ensuring that the site would be up and everything, I just had to wait. Okay. Even on my vacation, Sydney, remember, he had gone to 80. I think, he'll probably end it there. I was about to get up and do it. Oh, he's out. Brilliant.
Yesterday, he was asked a question. One of our chats, he was asked, who's your favorite, Aditi or Chloe Amanda? Who's also a cricket reporter.
Who was that?
Some
one of the guys.
But he played very safe. He didn't pick anybody. He played very safe.
I gave a lyrical tribute.
You did?
Yes. Lyrical tribute.
It's a Mohammad Rafi song.
Yeah.
Acha sir, dobara replay ho jaye?
I'll play you that song afterwards.
No, play it right now.
No, we can get a copyright strike.
Yeah, we can. That's
so.
So that is why. The topic though for today is on a graver concern. We had Tendulkar's 100th 100 as at 1 year Damocles sword on our head. Now in the World Cup year there are 2 concerns. One is Hardik Pandya's form.
Is it a concern, Hardik Pandya's form?
With the bat, yes.
It is?
Yes, because...
We couldn't be discussing somebody's form so soon after he's just performed well.
No, but Hardik Pandya...
Good point.
But for 6 months there's
we were singing praises.
As a captain.
And now you're saying this and you have to...
Yeah, he's just become the T20 captain.
Yeah.
By the way, what did
so what did you have in mind when you said that?
No, I also want to know what was said about captaincy in that interview, Shubman and something.
Okay, so there was...
Shubman, Rohit, so that people who haven't seen, they can get it.
By the way, I think I was better on that seat.
You can change. Get up. You can change.
Yeah. Musical chairs.
I look
please.
so bad on screen right now.
Is it?
This is my good side, yeah.
See, this is another thing that cricket's given us. We know how musical chairs is played now. We've seen it happen with the
Absolutely.
selector, we've seen it happen with the players, we've seen it with the umpire.
Really?
Yes. So
What had
basically, I did a video about the banter that Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, and Ishan Kishan had. 5 double centurions in one frame. Firstly, yeah, 3 by Rohit.
No,
1
3
by
double centurions
No, you can't say 5
on 5
centurions.
occasions.
double centurions. Yeah,
But 3 double
Three
centurion,
3 by Rohit.
5 double hundred.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying 3 double centurions,
Yeah,
And 5
5
double centurions.
centuries in one frame.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill had a banter. I mean, Ishan Kishan primarily he was there for only the banter's sake. Rohit Sharma was like inquiring. Ishan Kishan said, "What is your pre-match routine? What's your pre-match routine?" Rohit Sharma saying, "But you both are roommates. What pre-match routine you need to know about him?"
What do you mean roommates? There are no roommates anymore.
Yeah, they are. They are actually sharing rooms. Rohit and
No
Ishan.
chance.
That is what he said.
No
I think
chance.
what he meant there was that you two spend a lot of time together with each other.
Ah.
That's what he meant.
So
That those days of sharing rooms are long gone. Yeah.
because he said Shubman Gill, he doesn't allow me to sleep in the night.
No, I am asking about captaincy.
Okay.
Ah.
So Rohit Sharma suddenly asked, "Oh, but Ishan, you scored a double 100. What happened?" Ishan just said, "Rohit bhaiya, you are the captain." And so they started to, they just couldn't control the laughter.
Basically, he was asked, Ishan, that you just got a double 100 and you didn't get to play the next
Play
match.
next couple of
What
matches.
happened? So Ishan is like, because Rohit asked that, he said, "You're the
You're the
captain."
captain. You
And
tell me what
then
happened.
he asked,
No, he said, "Aap captain, हमने drop करा."
so
And then they cut the video right, and they all were seen having a
Laughing,
good laugh
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
then he asked, "Are you happy batting at number 4?" Ishan had to put out a smile and said, "Yes, I'm very much happy batting at number 4."
But I tell you one thing, that is what one thing I love about Rohit is this. You know, he has a sense of humor. He's not too touchy in that sense. And clearly, when he brought about that question,
Yes.
he knew that there's going to be this sort of an answer. So he takes it very sportingly, which is nice. You can
Indeed,
joke with him.
And this
and-
is something that we were talking on the show as well, right? The fact that he didn't play Surya as well in that previous series.
Yeah.
He didn't play him. Shubman was given the nod ahead of him, and that's what we said on the show as well. That perhaps that Mumbai connected, maybe he can cajole them somehow. That see, you guys know me, whatever. When the time comes, you will be there. But he knows these guys. He knows what fun he
Yeah,
can
but
have.
it's even tougher then.
It's a touchy topic. Yes, of course, the expectation from Ishan would have been
because
greater
it
then.
cuts both ways.
It cuts
if
both
I am
ways,
in that sense close to somebody, and then I get penalized because I'm close to that person, even that's something that I wouldn't be happy about. And whatever said and done, the role of a captain is very tough, because no matter what he does, he will have to leave out a few players, and somehow or the other, it's just impossible to satisfy everybody who's a
You
cricket
can't-
lover.
There's
Impossible.
so many players out there. You can't satisfy
Yeah.
each and every player.
Yeah.
It's first things to have them in the 11, and the 11 as well. Batting at number 4, batting at 5, or do you want to open to satisfy on that parameter as well? Is a different.
Imagine Saurav Ganguly had to make Anil Kumble sit out. And
2003.
Anil Kumble
This
is
was
not
when? Which year?
in the 90s,
know?
late 90s, 2000, 2003.
Okay.
A lot of occasions he had to make him sit out because he was playing Harbhajan and he could play one spinner abroad. My point is, and if you for Rohit maybe slightly easier to tell someone like Ishan, much younger junior. Imagine Kumble, who was actually sort of senior in international
Yes.
cricket, and Kumble is a no-nonsense guy, Anil. So, I mean, to have him sit on the bench, I just wouldn't want to be in Saurav's place. But he did it pretty well. I mean, to keep everyone
No, but
on the same page.
when you're a junior, what do you tell your senior that? Why?
I mean, they were
you
firstly-
have to give all sorts of explanations, or you just take a decision and leave it to that. No questions asked. Wala
The lucky
scenario.
thing was they were all about the same age. So while of course Anil was senior in terms of he made his debut much earlier, and in that sense, Saurav came much later. Though Saurav also made his debut
92.
But then again, I'm saying more international experience he had, Anil, by the time. So, but at least age-wise, they were all,
I think Dhoni would have faced the most toughest decision.
Exactly the three stalwarts, legends,
No,
greats, whatever word you want to call for all the.
But he balanced it pretty well.
Yeah. See, he had a vision, and that was a vision that sort of resonated with the selectors as well, which is why I would say he had some sort of shielding as well.
Yeah, wouldn't have been easy. But then that's what a good captain is. He took a tough call at the time to rotate those three senior players between Gambhir, Sehwag and Sachin. And we know it didn't go down well with them. That they were being made to maybe three, who knows?
Sachin said that exclusively.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
He was a thorough professional.
I mean, the point is he may not have said it.
Yeah.
But it's never going to be, I mean, and especially for a legend like him, who was like probably the first name you wrote on a team sheet, to reach a situation where you're saying, listen, I can't play you all games. We'll have to rotate some games. You will play some Sehwag, which is what Dhoni had to do with Sehwag, Sachin and Gambhir. 2 spots, 3 guys. So he decided to rotate.
You have to be a good people manager also at the same time. If
And
you're a captain.
sometime you have to, as a leader somewhere, while you want to have good camaraderie between the team and good relations, somewhere you have to take the hard call, even if your team doesn't like it.
Right.
Because if you're too lenient in that sense, and if you're there just to please everyone, then you won't
Then you can't
be able
do your
to
job.
Yeah.
Of course.
So I guess that's true for all walks of life.
It is.
And you know what is good on Dhoni as well, which I really liked at the time? He put this in the film. His film, he could have easily not included this. And your film was produced by him. So it's not also that somebody else is making, so you do have no control over the narrative. Here he was the producer. His company was a producer. They all, and he played a major role with the director and the actor in telling his story and then but he made the uncomfortable parts also part of the story, which was good.
The film would not have been complete, Nikhil.
But we've seen a lot of films,
Sporting biopics in India.
even
always,
books,
where
if you've written it, you'll only put like things that you want people to know. The uncomfortable bits are omitted because you don't want to get into a controversy. You don't want to fuel fire by. So a lot of people weren't even aware of it, other than a lot of journalists who were covering cricket at the time, who knew certain things that were happening, that he had a conversation with selectors and said that, listen, we need to find a way. I can't fit in all of them. So all of these things said, it won't be easy. But he documents it in the film, over which he had a narrative. That is what I liked about it.
I don't think, he really needed to clear the air, or the nation really wanted answers for what had happened back then. We had all forgotten that particular incident. There wasn't a huge hue and cry of fans hitting the streets, of mass protests or anything. Yes, there were of course some resentments here and there.
I'll tell you why. Also because when Dhoni did this, it was a tough call. 2 reasons. One, Dhoni himself had a lot of goodwill by the time he did it. He had become a superstar. So he already, because he had delivered, people knew that whatever he's going to be doing is going to be for the betterment of the team. So that belief people had in him already. So he had that goodwill backing him. One. Secondly, he had the backing of the BCCI, which was needed. Third, I think, which is, he did it in a transitional way. He wasn't confrontational about it. And I'll give you an example, draw a parallel. The Greg Chappell Saurav Ganguly thing. For all you know, at the time when Greg Chappell decided to take a decision about Saurav, and I know that within journalists, and I was there when that happened in Zimbabwe, when that whole infamous episode happened where Greg Chappell went and told Saurav. I still remember those visuals are fresh in Harare, where Saurav and Rahul and Greg Chappell are having a conversation. Saurav joins them, and this conversation where they're deciding that, listen, you need to step down as captain. And then it became one of the biggest controversies. What I'm saying, at that time, what was done is, first it came out of the blue, so there were no signs. As I said, it was like not done gradually as probably Dhoni would have done. What you could have done is had a conversation, made him captain in one place, or something like that, or for some series rotated him, things like that. Secondly, Greg Chappell was an outsider. In terms of MS Dhoni, who had that goodwill, backing people, he was an outsider, and this is India's hero, Saurav Ganguly, and you're going against him. Whilst I'm guessing he also had the best interest of Indian cricket in mind. There was no personal animosity between Greg Chappell and Saurav, because after all it was Saurav who got it. Yet it just so happened so suddenly done by a man who was considered an outsider. All of those things went against him. Whereas when Dhoni did it, few things went in his favor. And you trust Dhoni to do that. He is very calculative in that sense. Knows when, just with like his captaincy, which bowler to give an over. Very tactful. Yeah. When to give which bowler an over.
These are the qualities of a leader. You were right.
Unconventional.
I mean, to do it swiftly in a manner that nobody has heard. And, you know,
brilliant man manager. That's something, we
Yeah.
talk about Dhoni, the captain, the finisher and whatnot, but a brilliant man manager as well.
Yeah. I mean,
And
not.
reflects in the way he managed. Of course, he'll disagree with a couple of youngsters not being treated well at CSK. But he's
Who
made
cares about CSK when it comes to Dhoni? For me, it was India.
Correct.
Always India.
No, but he, again, like anybody, he wasn't also perfect. He made a lot of mistakes, like anybody else. But I think he had far more things that were positive and good than
and you
things
have
very
to be
faltered.
positive from inside to, that is when you exude so much positivity, and people then only start to trust and believe what you say and do.
Yep. And in that way, as I said, I mean, there's no doubt, if you to ask me, the best white ball captain that India has had, no doubt.
No doubt.
The best white ball wicketkeeper batsman India has had,
Ever,
no
yes.
doubt.
Yeah.
It is MS Dhoni.
Which is why MS
So now
Dhoni
that
is
you've brought up
MS Dhoni
white
is a
ball,
light.
let's talk about pink ball. Say something. what
is that? What is
that?
The
See, I'm
pink
wearing
ball.
pink. I'm thinking pink.
Why is that?
No, anyway, she's pretty close. I'll make that pink ball reference because today was the day India won at the Gabba. And 2 years ago, it was a very, very historic feat, considering that in the pink ball test, you got bowled out for 36
I have.
At Adelaide.
at Adelaide. What a series that was. I mean,
I thought you were referring to what Aditya.
You're
No, I said I'm thinking pink. I'm asking pink.
And I gave you pink
I'm in
ball.
that pink state of mind.
Indeed.
Pink and what is that? Purple.
Magenta.
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 Orange and
Fuchsia.
fuchsia.
Fuchsia. What color is that here?
The pink. Pink is
Pink one,
fuchsia.
fuchsia.
And then there is orange.
This is fuchsia, pink. This is like towards purple, magenta, you can call it.
Sydney Sixers kind of pink. The Sydney Sixers Big Bash League franchise.
You know who were the first team to wear pink in cricket?
Wait. Oh.
Should know.
Was it South Africa?
No, not South Africa. Which was the team? Yeah, I forgot.
And they made pink look sexy.
Really? Which team was it?
It was the West Indies team in World Series cricket.
Oh yes, Kerry Packer.
Kerry Packer's World Series cricket. West Indies had a pink outfit.
Yes.
Wow.
First time colored clothing
Yeah.
in cricket, and your West Indian players.
Sri Lanka had yellow, by the way. Sri Lanka had yellow. So basically, that's about.
Coming back
And
to
you're
Hardik.
talking about the criticism that I have of Hardik Pandya, not criticism, it's just a point. As a captain, he's doing very well. But all-round gains with the bat and the ball, that has waned. I mean, if you look at it, can we just look at the batting?
You have data?
Yes, I have data. I'll just go. Just this one, batting records. Yes. Go down.
You can go there. Why don't Shivam, we have a camera that side also.
Yep.
Show the pretty face of Sidvi.
So, if we have to look at it, the last, let's say from the Asia Cup onwards.
We don't have to look at it, as you say. We can look at it if you want.
Yeah. See, the men's T20 Asia Cup, apart from the 33 not out.
No, give me the overall data. Where have you got this from which year to which year onwards?
This is
Go up.
his overall data. Okay, this is his overall data.
Overall, I don't want to see. You show me what is recently. Na? Yeah.
So recently, if I have to look at it.
But you have combined of recent?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have combined with the recent. You know, breakup of each series from 2022 onwards.
Okay. But I still wouldn't know, because some series could be good, some bad, but I don't know which. So if you had a combined of, let's say, 2022 to now, I just want to know how much he averages or gets runs.
Just 22 to now.
Yeah, like vast. Okay, anyway, just let him explain what he's got. Yeah.
Basically, in the Asia Cup, he averaged 25. Apart from that one knock of 33 which he
No,
did.
T20 25 average, not bad for someone batting low down the order. What was his strike rate?
156.
Pretty good.
Good.
I'll take that. 156 strike rate at an average of 25. I'm taking it in a T20 game.
Wickets here and there.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Then
What else?
Australia in India, the T20 series, the 3 match, he had a good time there, 105 average, 190. But
Wow.
in the T20 World Cup,
Okay.
apart from that 63 that he made against England,
No, tell me overall numbers. What has he got? 25 average.
25 average and 131 strike rate.
Not bad.
But coming lower down the order,
Even tougher. How can you have a bigger average more than 25 coming lower down the order?
no, the strike rate has dipped no from the previous highs.
Yeah, minor
156,
criticism of the
190.
strike rate. Yeah, but is it like a stat to worry you? Not at all. I would say it's more than passing marks there.
See,
Much more.
130 would worry me a little, I would say. Just a little, because again, I would need somebody striking at around 150, perhaps 160, if I'm looking at somebody
Sure,
coming
but
in.
minor thing.
Also, this was the World Cup, by the way, where you had somebody like a DK who could post those numbers. So you were expecting Hardik Pandya to deliver on the similar lines and be that finisher for you.
The problem
So, I'm just saying, what I'm trying to say here is the World Cup, the numbers of which we just discussed, I think it was an underwhelming year, couple of weeks for him in Australia. He had seen
Despite the fact that he is the one who took you to a decent total
Yeah.
in that crucial game in Australia.
He did.
Because the problem is this strike rate of 131, you
32.
already, 132, you had 3 players already at the top who would bat at the similar way. Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli. So having somebody, only Suryakumar Yadav was touching 150 plus at that time.
But a couple of times in that World Cup, he did have the chance where he didn't really have to go gung-ho from the word go. He had the time to, settle himself, get those runs as well, which is why I say it wasn't the ideal World Cup for him as...
But I still don't think these are worrisome numbers. He's
Yeah.
averaging 26, strike rate of 132. I'm not worried. And we're also looking at the 2 previous series where he's done good. So it's not too much of a
He
dip.
can be allowed a bad series. That's
But it's not. But I'm saying my point is that's not a bad series. Is what I'm saying. I wouldn't
bad
count that as that could be an average or whatever, minor criticism. But there's nothing bad. Bad is where you've averaged 10, 12 at a very poor strike rate of 110, 50. That's disappointing. I don't see a bad series yet. Then you see the New Zealand good series again. Average. Look at that average.
43.
43. It's a very good series. Almost 140 strike rate.
Yep. The Sri Lanka series was a blip for him.
So okay, so the
50.
first bad series is the Sri Lanka series that he's had. He's averaging 50 and that's fine.
15
That's
and
just
104 strike
allowed.
rate.
ODI?
ODI is right here. Batting records. So if you want, I can change the view. If you want.
No, it's okay.
It's fine.
Let's see it.
Yeah. So if you have to look at it,
We don't have to, but if you insist.
India and England, he played only one series in 2022. Just one series where he averaged 50 with a strike rate of 1.
Not bad at one-day cricket. Perfect.
Yeah. Sri Lanka in India in the recent series I went 25 with a strike rate of 76.
Okay, this is a disappointing series.
In the game that he had against New Zealand just now 28.
Oh, that's right. So effectively,
Also, that was a howler from the umpire.
No. Yeah, I'm not even looking at that because it's like one game, so no point. Okay, so I'm saying effectively, what you're saying here is that only bad phase he's had is this Sri Lanka series, T20 and ODI. Effectively.
time, yeah.
Otherwise, he's been very good. Yeah, so
Then
no cause for
prior to
concern.
England-
Let's end the topic and move forward. Anything?
No, but I'm saying prior to England, India and Sri Lanka he averaged 9.
Yeah.
And
No, but
England-
that's now 2021. Now we're at 23. And you can only look at now what player is doing.
Because only one series he played, that's all.
Yeah.
That
No.
whole year. So now,
So we have looked at the numbers. Come back.
yeah.
Any other numbers there? I see 2 other tabs.
That is the bowling record.
No,
that
bowling
India
is
have
okay.
had.
He's there only as a batsman. I want to see. His bowling is just going to chip in. I think he's bowled a very good over yesterday as well.
Yeah, he
The
bowled
49th over.
the
Yeah.
crucial over.
So bowling, I think whatever little you get from him, and he's been bowling in crucial overs also. I'm happy with the fact that he's bowling only. I'm happy,
Yes.
and he's bowling 5-6 overs in ODIs and bowling sometimes is 4 or 3 in T20. So I'm happy. As far as his batting is concerned, we've taken a look at both T20s and ODIs. What we've concluded is that he's not had a bad. In the last 1 year, not had a bad phase. The only bad series he's had is against Sri Lanka, both T20Is and ODIs, which is, I mean, everyone's allowed a
the
series
last two
here and
tabs
there.
was
So nothing
India's bowling performances in the last year, 2022,
Okay.
when it came to T20Is and ODIs. So in that, I'm just stressing on the fact in the last 5 matches, or maybe from Bangladesh itself, you struggled to bowl the tail out on a very consistent basis. Even here, you allowed New Zealand to bounce back from 131 for 6 to 337. Sri Lanka 300 from 7 for 179, direct 306. You only bowled them out comprehensively in Eden Gardens and in Thiruvananthapuram. But Thiruvananthapuram anyway, they had given up. But New Zealand and Bangladesh,
You mentioned about Bangladesh. I was just
2 matches.
Yeah.
You couldn't bowl the tail out and you lost the series. That is one major concern because Jasprit Bumrah is not there.
But the other thing is that anyway, in subcontinental games now, going forward, this is a World Cup year, it's going to be very rare for any team to be restricting the opposition. For example, had New Zealand got 350 yesterday, batting first, India would have chased it down.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like, if you remember, I'm going to the 2011 World Cup that happened in India, the 50 over World Cup. Indian bowling did well, but I can't remember a standout bowling performance that, saved a game from wherever. It was effectively a batting.
2011?
Yes, 2011.
Maybe Zahir Khan against England.
Yeah,
the
but
Australia match perhaps.
no, you were chasing. It was your batting that got you. See, I'm saying it was it was not a 300 pitch, 240 or something, or you were chasing.
260.
Your batting got you there. I think Yuvraj played a very good
yes.
knock.
And the winning
So
runs,
I'm saying that World Cup you played like whatever you get, we're going to chase it
You
down.
played as a team. More importantly,
Yeah.
you played as a team. That is what's been missing since 2017.
No, then I think if this series and the way, if you're drawing parallels or whatever, and given how the series has panned out till now, then I think the template going forward will be that, okay, you want to chase, if World Cup's happening in India anyway, you prepare yourself, and teams are watching this, by the way, that you're going to be expecting high scoring games in India.
Yeah.
And which is where I think somebody like a Shardul Thakur or anyone else who can deliver with the bat just as much as he can becomes pivotal at number 8. If in India, I think that's going to be something.
No, but he's going to leak a lot of runs as well.
But again, teams would want to back themselves to score the run, and they would want to bat as deep as possible.
No, I think one big change that has happened for India, where they could be in that 2011, because I agree that the bowling also did decently well on occasion, but I'm saying the batting was the primary reason you won. The good thing that's happened to India, now you found 2 wicket takers in Siraj and Kuldeep, consistently taking wickets, helping you win games. So even if you have like 2 or 3 real strong bowlers who consistently get wickets, then I think you can make do, and then maybe you can afford someone like a Shardul for his batting. That will cover it up.
I'm just saying, given how or what we saw yesterday, I think, and if this is to continue in the series against Australia as well, and if we are to see any more bilaterals happen in the lead up to the World Cup, then teams would want to have a player, or let's just say teams would want to have a deep batting order, bat till number 8. They would want somebody who can offer something.
That to India's realized. That's why they've got someone like Shardul. Whether he's the right guy.
Cheteshwar Pujara and Rahane, I mean, do you think they would make it to World Cup?
No. One day they have no chance.
They have no chance.
Pujara has made it back to the Test team. He'll be playing Test cricket very soon.
And he could be part of the World Test Championship final also.
Yeah, he will be.
He will be.
If India reaches.
That can be said with
Yeah. But I think I don't know, and never say never, but I think Rahane may not ever play. I think so. Yeah.
Yep. And remember, the other person who we're talking about from Mumbai, Sarfraz Khan, got 100 but got out for a duck today.
Second.
And Delhi, I don't know how they are the upper hand against Mumbai in the
What do you mean how? I don't know how. They took the lead first innings, no?
Yeah, that's what. A Mumbai team who was high on confidence now struggling against
with
Delhi.
all that full strength team.
Yes.
And I think Delhi is not with full strength.
No, they aren't. Ravaged with injuries.
Yash Dayal's not there.
Yeah. And they are out of the playoff race anyways. So that's the big concern that we have.
But on the subject of Sarfraz, we have an interview up with Sunny Gavaskar. You must check it out. So because Sarfraz is a bit hefty guy, so because he's not coming to the team, a lot of them were saying that, maybe because he's not fit. To which Mr. Gavaskar has said, we put that video out where he said, if you want slim and trim guys, then go to a fashion show and pick some models to play. But if you really want cricketers, then play with the guy who's getting runs, irrespective of what his body shape is like.
Mr. Gavaskar is anyway not a big supporter of your Dexas and
Yo-yos.
Yeah. Yes, he's more from that school of thought who believes in the skill set and not these parameters which have just been designed now.
He quoted an example of a lot of guys he played alongside also. Like, he mentioned David Boone. There was later Aravindar, Arjuna Ranatunga. Merv Hughes, I remember.
Yes.
So, all with a big fat beer belly, but good. Inzi.
No, but beer bellies don't interfere with your performance at all.
No, I mean, these are names of.
Maybe Mike
These
Gatting.
are names
fall
of
in that category of being
That's that
unfit
school of thought which says that yes,
at all. Really?
Well, if they, I'm saying, what are they? What's a batsman there for? To get runs, right?
Yeah.
Now, if he's with a belly and getting you runs, that means he's running between the wickets also. He's hitting fours. So be it. If he's failing to perform,
Exactly. So in case something happens and the performance is not as consistent as it used to be in the beginning, then what would you
whoever
blame?
we have-
The first thing you'd blame is a beer belly.
but only
that's wrong,
criticism,
na?
I think players with not so well suited bodies as many people would want to call it, or ideal sports person's bodies. I think the fielding is where the criticism sort of comes in a little, not with their skill set as far as the batting is concerned.
By the way, whatever names we have taken, they were all brilliant batters.
Yeah.
No, but
Arjuna,
in times
Ari,
where
But it's this era where
Gatting.
you're looking at
Gatting.
holistic players. You want your players to be doing everything.
right, of course.
You want your
is Sarfaraz a bad fielder? I've seen him field in the IPL. He's
I think
pretty
he's
good.
decent.
Yeah.
He's decent,
Yeah.
Sarfaraz.
So
I think we don't give him the due that he needs in fielding. I think he is pretty decent in that. It's just that he just can't break into this Indian cricket team because every position is filled. Where does he bat? Where will you slot him? Because there is a
no, I agree that he cannot. But I'm saying, as Sunny Bhai said yesterday, draft him into the team. It'll give him a lot of confidence that my hard work that I put about it. But another interesting bit he mentions is that draft him only if there is no Ranji match that time.
Yeah.
Because it's better for him to be playing Ranji Trophy and getting runs rather than just sitting on the bench with the team.
warm the bench.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's saying if it's not coinciding, just bring him in the squad now. Let him just hang out with the international star. He'll feel, my knocks have been rewarded and I'm being part of this setup.
Exactly, and
you
that
learn.
boosts your confidence also.
Exactly, you learn also. Well, lots of super chats have we missed. Let's take them before we wrap up.
Jack
Because
Nagdev. Hardik has given all signs that he is a T20 specialist only. He will retire from ODIs after World Cup. Why invest in a player who doesn't have his heart in ODIs?
no, but Jack, that is all conjecture.
Exactly.
I don't think that he's going to retire from ODIs after World Cup. Don't know. I'm in fact a bit surprised he's not part of the test setup now because I know that Virat was very keen on having him as a test specialist also because it allowed him that balance and he used to like playing a lot of fast bowlers, so allowed that. But he's just gone out maybe because of his injury issues and they want to protect him because this being a World Cup year.
And I think it's the clarity now that the BCCI has that they want to approach these tournaments a certain way and they see certain players fitting in certain tournaments. So they want to be
Is it just
very.
your observation or
No,
do you
it is.
think
It's all these indications that you're getting from the way the teams are selected. Now it's very clearly, they haven't really said that Virat and Rohit will not be there, but for 2 series now you've seen and you get the message. It's all about picking up the message, and that's the message you get. Certain players just for certain formats, because now you really want to get some silverware home. You're done participating maybe.
Yeah.
Indeed. Mr. Shaker from the US is saying, morning. Ash Turner in 2019, yes. Nawaz in Asia Cup. Mehdi, Shanaka, Bracewell. Wonder who the next one will be next in this love affair with lower orders.
I'm going to mention Andy Flower.
Of
Used
course.
to love playing against India.
Yeah.
There are certain players that just come up and just love playing against India, and he's made a very good list there, Mr. Shaker.
Ashton Turner,
Yeah.
that Wali episode.
Yeah.
Who can forget? Yeah, Mohammad Nawaz. Oof. So, bad news for the India hockey team, which I will tell in this.
Why? The game's not started
It
yet.
will start, but England have absolutely hammered Spain.
How much?
4-0.
So India need how many goals? 9 goals against
9
Wales.
against Wales.
Not impossible, but very tough.
Very tough, but yeah, it can happen. Today, it's been a day of high goals. The Netherlands
Yes.
achieved a record today. 14-0 against Chile.
I thought it ended at 13.
14 nil. The highest ever World Cup victory margin. All this in the...
Any we missed? Shivam?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yep. So, I'll be
So
back
the
with
hockey game
preview.
is going to start. You want to take... Subhash is saying Steve Smith is signed for County and will play with Pujara.
Yep.
Yeah. A word on Siraj, Eben Jose says, amazing. And I think if I was to analyze why he's doing really well, one, you could see the fire in his belly. And I was reading an interview where he talks about that when he didn't have a great IPL, that season he sat himself down and thought that I need to do well. And I think the one thing that has become his strength is that wobble seam that he gets. Because when the bowler himself doesn't know where the ball's going to seam after pitching, then the batsman seldom going to have no clue. So if you watch him, you can clearly figure out that, he's lost his in-swinger, which he used to have earlier. He's got his out-swinger, but then he throws that wobble seam and then gets that in-swinger as a surprise one.
That zip. I think that's what something I was seeing yesterday as well. They were showing in slow motion how he's just rolling his wrist just a little.
To wobble it. Yeah.
And so that he can get this movement off the deck.
But even he doesn't know which one will come in because of the wobble seam, right? That where it tips. So outswinger, he knows he's got his outswinger, but that wobble seam, pitching in, coming in, that I think. Vishesh is saying Virat's weakness against left arm spin and wrist spin may become more profound day by day. His dismissal yesterday was exactly the same as one against Taijul in Bangladesh. That is true. And I'll tell you what are the other common factors that you see. One is that left arm spin that kind of troubles him. The other is when it's like it's pulled at a much quicker speed. And third, if it's stump to stump kind of a bowler. So these three things are a deadly combination that Virat.
And I'll add one more thing. Lasith Buldania and Mohali. Same. He got him.
Sri Lankans,
I mean, you remember that thread went viral. He would be dismissed by this bowler for that score.
Yes.
Because of that. And exactly that is what happened.
Yes.
And the person who tweeted, please stop. Because she'd gotten about 100k retweets. Just because of one tweet she put out the day before. Man. So that is it. Any more?
What is that? Mayank, what is Mayank saying? Okay, Arco says Virat is averaging 26 in tests in the last 3 years. Can his performance ODIs hide his failures in test cricket? If he fails in BGT, how long? I mean, Arco, I think if you're looking at the last 3 years, they weren't great for him in general. But I think what you're seeing with him in ODI cricket and T20 cricket, as he showed,
he's doing well now.
Yeah.
Why these questions now
and
that he started performing well?
And I think this good form is going to translate into test cricket as well.
Yes. And what better opponent to break that than against Australia? He's got a fantastic record against them.
He loves playing against them.
Brilliant. Absolutely. It might happen. I mean, he's talking about 26 average. Slowly but surely it will happen.
And time again, you see, Virat, that's not to, take anything away from an opponent like Bangladesh or Sri Lanka, but Virat loves a tough opponent. Virat loves a challenge. He knows these numbers perhaps just as much as we do.
Yes.
And it just, it's these situations when he's pushed against the wall, he has this habit of bouncing back strong. What better opportunity than playing at home against one of the argued toughest rivals right now in Test cricket? And you do well, you get a ticket to the World Test Championship.
It's your preview. It's your virtual preview to the World Test Championship final.
Exactly. So,
it will come.
Things are aligned anyway, where he couldn't have asked for better form going into the BGT.
Exactly. February 9th, it's beginning the Border Gavaskar Trophy.
And the last time we're going to see a 4-match Border Gavaskar.
Oh, yeah.
After that, it will be 5 test series.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good, but
I guess it's deserved.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's deserved.
As Indians, I think we'll anyway take it now. We took the Border Gavaskar Trophy anyway. Our romance with it has only increased over the last 2 editions.
You've not lost it for 7 years now.
That's what I'm saying. It's only
twice in Australia.
You won in 17. You won in 18-19. You won in 2021.
Yeah. True. So, we want to answer Mayank Thapliyal's question.
You guys went to Australia and Qatar to cover T20 and FIFA World Cup. Why not in Rourkela for hockey? We are going.
Answer.
We are going, Mayank Thapliyal, to Rourkela, not Rourkela, Bhubaneswar for the Hockey World Cup quarterfinals.
Where are your spectacles?
My spectacles are upstairs. I wear it only for the anti-glow.
Did you and Shivam go together shopping?
Glasses,
Yeah.
okay.
Because I can't wear it here. I'll look odd.
He wants to fake that intellectual look. I think.
What intellectual look.
But did you guys go shopping together, you and Shivam? No. Same, identical.
Except for the
Glasses.
color.
Okay.
Yeah, lens card for me though.
Hey, don't plug. Are they sponsoring us?
No names.
Already said it.
Red color though, I could only get it from there.
Like I've been talking about my laptop,
But you
I'm not
should.
mentioning what
Yeah.
company.
You should
And
definitely.
do mention.
No.
Somebody
Till
may
they
send it as a
sponsor.
gift.
You should definitely pull that look, for our family members tomorrow.
I did at the beginning. What Nikhil said.
What?
No.
What?
Which
He
look?
should definitely show off his look.
The specs look, you had only denied, no? I can't.
Arey, for the family
No, I
members.
never denied it.
Yeah, I looked very odd on the screen. That's what you had said. At the very beginning, I had.
But I said you look smarter this way. Why?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying for the family.
Let Shane be that one guy.
Yeah,
na?
let him be that.
Pritam.
Let him be the
Let
USP.
him be Pritam.
Let him
Where
be
is he
Pritam.
today?
Did you see his Pritam reel?
No.
So somebody asked us here, does he look like Pritam? So we did a side by side, and they're ditto. I'll show it to you.
Sad.
Side on comparison and
Where is he today? Has he not come?
No, he's off today.
He's off.
And as Chandresh is asking,
he's gone all the way to Jaipur to get us kachodis.
Oh God, your kachori laugh. Last time also you discussed something.
Yeah.
Did you bring something from Bhopal?
Of course.
Yes.
He did?
Yes.
It all ended.
Really?
Yeah.
My God, such resemblance. Now I'm noticing.
had a comment today. Are we on screen with this? Okay.
Oh my God.
Sent in a suggestion today.
If he grows out his hair,
Yeah.
Like
look
that.
just
Just a
like
little bit of
him.
curl he needs and
Yeah.
little bit of highlights and
Yeah.
A
Highlights
Xerox
only, but-
copy of Pritam.
It was unbelievable.
A Xerox copy of Pritam. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Basit Ali said that due to lack of fitness, Rohit's taking more risk, runs less, it won't work. 20. Come on, Rohit always batted like that, yeah.
Yep. Indeed.
He's taking more risk, AJ Iskon, because I think he has taken that upon himself as the captain. Because a lot of talk about India need to play a new way, a new
Approach,
template,
attack,
or whatever you
yeah,
can look at.
Yeah.
I think he wants to set the tone, which is what he's been doing from T20 onwards. And he said if the leader or the captain does it, then everyone else is going to follow. He's trying to do
And I
that.
remember this very well because there was this talk happening in the Asia Cup. This talk happened later in the World Cup as well. And that Zimbabwe game, I remember, even when the wicket was doing a bit, he still chose to dance down the track. Yes, of course, later on he ended up giving his wicket away. He got a 50 odd, if I'm not wrong, in that match. But he showed intent. And that's what he's trying to do. He was the man saying all year long that you got to be aggressive. And yeah, like you said, he wanted to walk the talk.
Yeah. The last part of your comment though, AJ Iskon, he says 2023 looks like Virat's year.
Yep.
Well, could be started with a bang.
Yes.
And if it's going to be his year, then with the extension could be India's year then, because him getting runs is obviously going to. Chandresh is asking, "Aaj kya suna rahe ho?" Because yesterday you sang a song. But now because you get a
lyrical tribute
copyright,
you were talking about.
copyright we'll get.
We'll
He's
get a
talking about the
copyright
lyrical
strike.
tribute, no?
He'll do it
That
after.
We'll do after the show.
Chandresh will send you a recording separately.
Yes.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye. See you. Wanna come and do subscribe to Sports Today.
You said it.